Good morning. It's above freezing, and we got this snow, damp snow, drizzly thing going on. Snows are always beautiful in December because of the holidays. So, my thoughts on isometrics for strength. Yeah, in general, since college, I've done HIIT with weights to keep myself in good shape. Oddly, during the psychological trauma that was COVID, I didn't really think about isometrics much. But actually, back in the 90s also, I was doing a lot of isometrics. Or dynamic tension. I'm not sure the physiological difference between moving slowly while flexing or pushing against an immovable object. So not moving while in tension. But I think they do pretty close to the same thing. And you see the old Goju-ryu guys and Uechi-ryu guys, the guys whose karate style was based on Sanshin kata, which is a dynamic tension or an isometric kata. And those guys are built, and continue to be built into their 80s. Big, strong muscles. So the style of karate I did was Ishinryu, which the founder Tatsuo Shimabuku studied while he was I guess he was one of the main students of Kian. I know I'm not pronouncing these right. One of the main masters of what today is called Shorin-ryu. And then studied also in Naha under Chokimotobu. No, sorry. He did study under Chokimotobu. He also studied in Naha under Chojun Miyagi, right? The founder of Goju-ryu karate. I think this is before Goju-ryu was founded, though. He learned the two kata that he was teaching at the time, which is Sanchin and Seichin, both of which made it into Ishinryu. So, long story short, Sanchin, you do while your body is flexed. The exercises you do with it in karate class involve getting hit with a stick, getting punched, getting kicked. Sometimes you do it blindfolded. I certainly did for my black belt test while getting kicked and hit and building up these muscles. Though I haven't done any of that stuff and I question some of the benefits of that long term. It does teach you how to flex your muscles when you're about to be hit and cause it not to hurt, right? So it has a very practical benefit. Remember, all this stuff was made for warriors, right? But anyway, you could probably do what Ishinryu, the Ishinryu's founder, Shimabuku, was trying to do with only two kata, because there are plenty of people like Motobu, another one of his teachers, who only did Nihonchi, which is called Nihonchi Shodan in some. I think it's called Tekki in the Japanese versions. Funakoshi and Motobu both took their karate to mainland Japan whenever, shortly after Okinawa was incorporated into the country of Japan. So, yeah. And those are the two kata I definitely do regular. I always also throw a seisan, but actually they're the shortest and fit into the small space. So that's a very practical reason why I still do this too. Long story short, Sanchin being a dynamic tension kata is probably the reason I'm fairly strong. But ultimately, when I was searching for things to do for the Achilles tendon, I found lots of different advice, things that definitely disagreed with each other. And I tried a few different things, and ultimately the one that is working right away, right? So when I wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night with this Achilles tendon pulled tight and causing me lots of pain, if I put dynamic tension into it, or isometric, just flex it like I would for Sanchin's full body. But if I put like that Sanchin muscle tension, pitting one muscle against the other, within 30 seconds the pain is gone. So it's pretty amazing actually how this is working the last couple days. We'll see if it keeps working. But my theory is that this is putting blood into the tendon, right? Tendons and ligaments which don't have good blood flow, and causing healing. But it should also be strengthening to be protective against injury. So yeah, so I'm gonna look forward to more, continue doing the weight machines, but at least once a week, but doing more, which I did this week also. I didn't share it, but I did. But also going back to more dynamic tension, isometric exercises. I'm looking up things online now, finding lots of good things. So yeah, I know philosophies of strength building run the gambit. Some people say they do none. Some people just run hills for strength. Actually, the hills hurt my Achilles tendon more. So I tried that for a bit and it wasn't working. Some people like weights, some people like machines. Yeah. So I guess that'd be a good question for the day. Have you tried isometrics and have you had any success with them? Seems a lot of physical therapists at least suggest, not all of them, but a lot of them do suggest isometric exercises for injuries. So, there's that aspect of it. But even for putting on muscle, because you do want to have muscle as you age, and I'm mostly in this for longevity. I'm never gonna get a Boston qualifier or anything like that, or be able to run fast enough to get into Western States. But those big markers for runners. But I could potentially be a longevity person, right? I've always had pretty good fortitude, and isometrics might be a way to help my running longevity. So anyway, continue, still running streak. Tomorrow I work, so I'll be back to my 10 minutes on the treadmill on work days. But yeah, longevity. Real easy running. Stride. Nice and easy. I don't know what I got to pace. I was able to feel around 5K pace. I'll do 2 or 3 more of those before I head back up the hill to home.